Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game. We are back to Hustle Cat, and we are here for the interview from Graves. Now, I'm pretty sure the answers I pick for this are not that important, but just in case they are, because I'm not 100% on that, I thought we can go through the interview for these guys and pick some different options and stuff. And then we can get to romancing Reese, hopefully. Alright, let's start our interview. I'll even start you off easy. What's your favorite breed of cat? My favorite breed? Well, let's see. Reese is a bobcat, I think. So, the cats with the stumpy little tails? Do you know any other languages? How about ciphers? Let's pick this one. What marine animal would you say best represents you? Dolphin, orca, shark, penguin, butterfly. Shark. What genre of music would you use to describe your work ethic? Let's see. That one. Classically hardworking? On a scale from 1 to 10, rate me as an interviewer. I'm always gonna do 7.5 for you. Draculas or teenage wolves? Draculas! Just kidding with that last one. Interesting. Good. I like interesting people. He leans forward, appraising me with this terrible smirk on his face. He's like the cat who ate the canary. Maybe I don't want to be interesting by his standards, but it feels kind of flattering nonetheless. Thank you. You start tomorrow. Oh no. Woo! Sneezes that came on all of a sudden. I'm so excited. That's what the exclamation marks stand for. 2 sneezes. Did it. Nailed it. Wow, great. Thank you. Don't run off yet. I have paperwork for you. And a tissue. Oh, yeah. Of course, that would probably be a good idea. Grace pushes away from the table, coffee cup in hand. He nabs my saucer even though I'm not quite finished and slinks down the stairs. He returns as if he'd never left, trading the empty coffee cups for a small stack of papers and a pen. He places them in front of me. So what will my job be? We'll see. Did he hire me with no position in mind? Is this how this guy usually works? I feel like I'm in a daze. Too much information and too much coffee. I take the papers and skim them, signing pretty much anywhere I see an X in a line. What's it all for, and why is there so much? Probably taxes and stuff, I don't know. And who cares? I've got a job. I push the papers back towards Graves, and he eagerly scoops them off the table. Perfect. We open at 11. Be here at 8. We'll have you help with the morning prep. My displeasure must be pretty apparent, because his mouth cracks into another smirk. You can work a later shift after training. You won't have to deal with those cursed mornings for too long. Okay, that's fine. Now go. I have a lot of work to do before tomorrow. You need to get to work fixing that sleep schedule of yours. Okay. He seems lost in his own world now, poring over the paperwork I just filled out. I guess there's all sorts of tax stuff you have to deal with hiring people. Why would he do it so casually? Well, whatever. Not my problem. I head down the stairs. Landry's back. He looks uncomfortable waiting at the foot of the balcony, but perks up when he sees me. So? I'll see you tomorrow, coworker. Oh, congratulations. You can meet everybody else tomorrow morning. I'll make sure they're all ready for a meeting when you get in. How many people work here? Well, there's me, Graves, of course. You met Hayes, Finley, Mason, Reese. That's it. It shouldn't take too long to get to know them. Okay, great. I'll see y'all tomorrow then. Great. See you. Woohoo! I'm gonna live it up a little. I'm gonna paint this town red. I finally have a job. Cue that intro.
Yes, I'm falling for your spell. it's me. Always, always, they said no way, no way. You just have to see that it's make believe, but I won't go until I know. Was it magic that I love you?
Alright, time to meet our fellow co-workers and our future boo, but we don't know who's gonna be our future boo yet. Him. Here it is, a cat's paw. I got a good look at it when I was here yesterday, but it feels totally different when it's your workplace, you know? It's kinda nice to think about.
Hey, Avery.
Landry peeks his head out from the door frame and waves me in. I'm surprised by how many people are standing around. Graves, Landry, and Hayes are there, but so are a few others I've never seen. I only see a few cats right now, but they seem utterly disinterested in everything we're doing. They're all piled in a sleep cluster by the window. I feel a little embarrassed that I'm so disheveled, but I'd rather be on time with wet hair than late and looking perfect.
Good. You decided to challenge the morning sun after all. Now that the star is here, we can start this show.
Still as weird as yesterday, I see.
Caught another sucker, boss? And that's esteemed co-worker to you, Reese. You just keep collecting these strays.
Before we get too far, everybody should introduce themselves to Avery. Avery, we've already met, and you already know Graves. Did you meet Hayes yesterday?
Briefly. Hello, Hayes. You sweet, sweetheart.
Hello.
He looks like he's going to try to slip between the cracks in the tile. How does a guy like this handle a job that deals with people?
Hayes is a great barista. He's a great help in the kitchen, but he likes to spend a lot of his time with the cats, too.
Hayes flashes me a quick look. The side of his mouth upturns ever so slightly, like he's trying to smile but he's out of practice. I reach out to shake his hand. He's practically bracing for impact. Before I reach him, a bright light flashes at the corner of my vision. What? Is that a camera? Sorry, sweetie. I thought I turned the flash off. I whip my head to the other side of the lineup. The girl on the end is aiming her phone directly at me. Sorry, don't mind me. I just want to commemorate our new employee. I'm Finley, and I take care of social media. I like candid, so I'll try again later when you've forgotten about it.
Finley is also...
Graves! I know what you're going to say. Don't ruin the surprise.
All right. You tell Avery whenever you're ready.
Thank you. The two in the middle of the lineup look beyond unimpressed. One is the smart mouth guy, Reese? And the other looks like someone I wouldn't want to mess with. Finley puts her hand on the shoulder of the tough-looking woman standing next to her. Since she's not going to introduce herself, this is Mason. She's our head chef. Our only chef, I guess. Well, nice to meet you both.
Yeah.
Finley reaches up and places her hand against the back of Mason's head. She pushes her hand forward, forcing Mason to nod. I'm amazed Mason is putting up with this. Wow, that's the most you've spoken all day. She likes you already, Avery. Mason makes a quick little noise that could either be a laugh or a grunt. Maybe it was both.
How kind of you all to save the best for last. I'm Reese, and I'm the one you'll be answering to after Graves, so you better stay on my good side.
I would have sworn Landry was second in command here, so I don't know what this kid's talking about. I didn't even see him at all during the interview yesterday.
I'm on cat detail today, but don't think that means I won't be keeping an eye on you.
Cat detail must mean taking care of the cats. Obviously. I'm learning quickly. I don't know why the second in command would be so eager about telling me he's gonna clean litter boxes today. Maybe it's a weird status thing here. Ew. I'll be on my best behavior then, I guess.
Good.
Alright.
Okay, that should be everybody then. Avery, you'll be training with me today. I hope that's okay.
That's fine with me.
It looks like I'm no longer needed. I have other work to do. You know where to find me.
Bye, Graves. Graves slinks to the back of the cafe. I can hear footsteps on creaky stairs. Mason and Hayes disappear after him. Avery, did you have breakfast? We're going to have something to eat before work if you'd like to join us. It's tradition. That sounds great. I fed my cat, but I forgot to feed myself. Reese has already seated himself at the long booth seating along the wall. He scoots two of the tables together, and Landry pulls over another chair.
Great, just sit and relax. Mason's just finishing up breakfast.
I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path. Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? Okay, is that... Her voice drops, almost conspiratorially. She leans in to whisper. That's an Akia shirt, isn't it? He's my favorite too. What? Akia? From Blast Zone? From what? Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is the shirt from something? Oh, no. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Next time I'll be like, I'm so curious. I just thought it was a cool shirt. Well, it is, but it's weird to buy things from games you haven't played. Oh, it's a game. I play some games, but I haven't heard of that one. I like a lot of retro games, so if it's new... Oh, it's a different type of game. Never mind. Well, now I'm curious. No, it's okay. You probably won't like games about boys fighting. Or maybe you would. Okay. Maybe I'll lend it to you sometime. If you prove yourself worthy. I'm not really sure what that involves, but sure. Okay. She gives me a grin and a wink, then takes a seat at the table next to Reese. I noticed that somebody's at the table while I was talking to Finley.
Mason and Hay should be out in a minute, Avery. Come sit down.
Sure. Where should I sit, though? What if there are some unspoken rules about this sort of thing, and placing? You never know with new groups. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to the seat between him and Finley. Quietly, I take the seat. Mason emerges from the back with a large tray balanced atop each hand. One tray has a giant stack of French toast, the other is some kind of egg thing. That poor frittata. I'm not sure, but it looks amazing. Whoa. I had no idea how hungry I was until just now. She sets the trays down in front of us and then returns to the kitchen. I hope she gets back soon, because I'm about to be on that egg thing like mochi on wet food. Mason returns a few moments later, cradling 6 empty coffee cups in her arms. Hayes follows in tow, carefully balancing a carafe full of coffee. They set the cups and carafe on the table and take their seats. Hayes' butt barely hits the chair before the others start to dig in. I'm a little afraid that I'll lose my hand in the fray if I try to jump in now, but I'm so hungry. Landry reaches out an arm from behind a fortress of French toast slices. He lightly bats at Reese's hand as it reaches for the syrup pitcher.
Save some for Avery.
Jeez, calm down. You're the one stealing all the food.
I haven't taken any more than usual. Breakfast is important.
While everybody shouts and chatters across the table, I help myself to a bit of everything. I'm not used to eating a real breakfast, especially one that didn't come out of a microwave, so I'm gonna savor this. Wow, this is amazing. Mason, what is this egg thing? Mason's eyebrow shoots up. She looks at me like I grew another nose. Frittata. Is that like a souffle? It looks like it'd be really hard to make.
Just eggs and vegetables in the pan.
Still, I know I wouldn't be able to make anything like that. It's really nice to have a real breakfast. What do you usually eat, Avery? Mostly cold pizza or toaster tarts, I guess, if I remember to get them. Mason glares like I just knocked her plate on the floor. She stares directly at me, through me, with a hard look in her eyes.
You eat here now. Always.
Can I still have pizza sometimes?
Not for breakfast. Ever.
I can hear Finley and Reese snickering. Okay. But other times are still okay, right? Mason rolls her eyes and goes back to her coffee. Reese stares up at me between bites of French toast.
Avery, when we're done, we need to talk about dress code.
Oh, Reese, don't start this again.
Shh. It's an important part of new employee orientation.
Landry passes a positively pained look at Reese. He glances at me, but a poke to the ribs from Finley sends him staring back at his plate. Landry, you're such a mama bird sometimes. Lighten up!
Avery, look at this place. We take our visual presentation very seriously here.
Hayes places his empty plate and cup on Mason's plate and takes the stack into the back with the urgency of a tactical retreat.
Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the wait staff.
Is this about my outfit? I woke up a little late, so...
No, this is about uniforms.
Mason pushes her chair away from the table with enough force that it wobbles briefly on two legs. She stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop.
Opening soon. Time to get ready.
She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few of the other plates on top. That looks heavy, but she's holding it all like it's nothing.
Come on.
She stares me down and gestures to the back door with a head nod before she heads into the kitchen.
Don't think you can run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your uniform.
Well, moment of truth, I guess. Time to finally ask Reese about these uniforms. He seems pretty serious about this. Maybe I shouldn't blow him off because he looks so young. Maybe he's secretly as old as Graves or something. Oh man, what a twist! Uniforms? But nobody else is wearing any uniforms.
They just haven't changed yet, or they don't need them. Only the wait staff wear uniforms, and you'll be waiting tables with Landry today.
Yeah, but Landry doesn't have a uniform. Reese glances over his shoulder toward Landry, who's made himself very busy straightening up the tables in the dining area. He doesn't appear to have heard either of us. Or he's just ignoring us.
That's because we don't have a uniform in his size. Yet, at least. Someday, he won't have an excuse anymore.
Come on, Avery. I bet you look really cute in the uniform. I can't help feeling a bit itchy about this. Reese rummages around in a drawer by the back door and pulls out some kind of black, orange, and white lace thing. That can't be it, right?
This looks like it should be your size. Now come on.
He dumps the pile of lace and fabric in my hands and then pushes me toward what I assume is the bathroom. I pause in front of the door and give Reese a baleful look.
Oh, come on. At least try it.
I see what you're up to. Alarm bells are going off in my head, but what's the real harm? I'll look a little silly. Hell, I might even end up looking cute and have him fall in love with me, you don't know. Alright, just give me a second.
Good answer.
He seems pleased, but I'm a little irked by that smug sense of victory he's oozing. I close the bathroom door behind me and lay out the uniform. Yikes. This is even worse than I thought. Well, it's too late to turn back now. I want a picture of this. I put the uniform on. At least I think I put it on properly. I can't tell if these bows are supposed to go in the front or the back. I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror and then decide it's better to not make eye contact with my reflection. I crack open the door and am met with Reese and Finley's eager faces. Oh my! So fancy, Avery! You look great! Finley holds up her phone. The flash doesn't go off this time. I told you I'd get a candid. Is it really a candid if I can see you taking the picture?
You look so... Regal. Really, I can't believe you'd fall for such an obvious prank.
Yep, you got me.
Come over and take a look, Landry.
Reese turns to beckon to Landry, who quickly mumbles an excuse to himself and disappears upstairs.
It's a pity neither of you were here when Landry wore it. He was bursting out of the thing. It looked absolutely ridiculous.
I think it's cute. I'd wear that uniform.
I know you would. That's why I can't trust you.
Where did this even come from? Reese's lip curls in disgust.
Graves. He should stick to interior design and never step into fashion again. He tried to get me to wear that, you know. I told him he could keep this Halloween fever dream.
Oh my goodness, so harsh. If Graves designed it, I'm surprised it doesn't have a hooded cloak and a raven or something.
Huh. Don't let him hear you say that. He might make some additions.
I think the less we mention this thing, the better.
You're required to wear that today, by the way.
Nope.
Just for a little bit.
Nope. Aw, I think you should. Bye. Achievement, Pumpkin Patch Kid. I closed the bathroom door behind me. I can't get that uniform off fast enough. Mostly because the bow got stuck. It never felt so good to be back in my trusty old digs. I open the door and Reese and Finley have already scattered. I don't know where the uniform is supposed to go, so I just leave it folded up on the bathroom sink. I hope that's the bathroom for employees only, because otherwise customers are going to come in and be like, what the heck is this thing? I guess I should find where Landry ran off to. He is training me today, after all. I think he went upstairs to hide from all the nonsense. I head over to the foot of the staircase, but a cat has taken station right in my path. It's sleeping belly up, stretched out to nearly the whole width of the step. Buddy, that's really cute, but that's a dangerous place to sleep. It doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in place to settle itself even more. Gently, I nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move. Someone's gonna trip on you if you don't move. That's not gonna be fun for either of you. It opens one eye into a thin slit that makes a murmuring noise and flicks its tail. This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? Are all the cats here this spoiled? Guess I'll have to pick it up and move it myself. I lean over to scoop it up, but as I do, a tiny orange and white bob-tailed cat whizzes past my feet. It stops on the step below the sleeping cat, then raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely on the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to its feet. It looks angry. Am I going to have to break up a cat fight? Hey, you two. The bobtail flattens its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear a voice from above.
Is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again?
The orange cat, Hash Browns, I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs, eyes on the bobtail kitten.
Was it really necessary to smack him? You should be nice.
The bobtail turns its head away in a wide arc, almost as if giving an okay, whatever in response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and takes up sentry. That cat's name is Hash Browns?
Yeah. Graves names all the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones.
What are some of their names?
Well, at the moment there's Ramona, Shinsugi, Kotick, Owl, Bramblepelt, Now, Hisa, Valentine, Marina, Ain, Junta, Jamband, and so on.
Holy crap! Which one was that bobtail?
Oh,
His face falls. Why does he look so nervous?
that's, why don't you ask Reese later?
Huh. Is that his cat? Did he name it or something? Is it a bad name?
No, he's, Graves should have told you about, Let's get to work. It's time to open.
Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door without a glance. He unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open.
And ta-da! Your first day at a cat's paw has begun.
And nobody's here. This is a little anticlimactic.
Yeah. The mornings are usually pretty slow. It might pick up later.
It didn't. At all. All day. Sure, a few people came in, and Landry had me wait their tables while he supervised. It went pretty well, and I made a couple bucks in tips, but that was it. Finley came down a couple of times to check in, and I saw Mason and Hayes every time I went into the kitchen, but I didn't see Reese at all. Reese's bobtailed cat, on the other hand, was all over the place. I think I see why he'd take a shine to this one. They're both complete hams. Not that I mind that it was slow. It just meant I got to play with the cats more. There are like 10 of them here? Maybe? I can't get a solid count on them. They seem to vanish sometimes. Looks like there are a lot of areas around here for them to hide. Thank you oh, no, sorry. I saw Finley and immediately assumed it was her talking.
Thank you for your help today, Avery.
Landry, Finley, and I just finished wiping down the tables. Mason was gone before the cafe closed. I don't know where Hayes went. So, how'd you like it? Is it always this quiet? I mean, not that I'm complaining. Not always. Tomorrow should be busier for sure. I've got plans.
Oh, we should get here early then, huh?
Don't say that like you aren't always early. Oh, I have to come in earlier?
Don't worry too much about it, Avery. Just show up at your regular time.
Okay, thanks. I can't imagine what busy means here. What, like 6 people in here at the same time? I've got a little more work I want to do on the blog, so you all go ahead. I'll close up if Graves doesn't get here to do it.
Oh, thank you. Avery, you can head out.
Thanks. Are you leaving now? I could walk with you.
I'll be out in a bit. You go on ahead.
Oh, alright. See y'all tomorrow. Night!